Hi and welcome to this Strength and Bloom fitness video with me, Kirsty. Today we are working on our Build Strength in Menopause series, and today we're working specifically to reset or to boost your metabolism. So the way that we're going to do that today is we're going to use some weights. We're also going to use the power of your body, and we're going to be working through 3 different types of exercises. We're working through a strength exercise followed by a power exercise and then a little cardio exercise. So you're going to see those 3 exercises go round, cycling round, and we're working through 3 different blocks of work today as well. So don't worry too much about that. I'm just letting you know what's ahead of you. That's all you need to know about for now. I have got a heavier set and a medium set of weights with me today. So for your reference, my medium set is 5 kilos and my heavier set is 8 kilos. But you can use whatever is medium and heavy for you. And if you just have one set of weights, then just stick with that one set of weights. And then you can make adaptations and adjustments as you need to, as you can go through this session today. Okay, are you ready? Let's get going. So we're going to get started with a little bit of a warm up just to make sure everything is moving exactly as we want it to today. So we're going to start with some squats, just some regular squats, just sitting into your squat and standing up. So sitting in and standing up, and sitting in at whatever level is right for you. So you may have quite a high squat and you're just working on developing that range. But if you can go a little lower with each one, then that is great. And as you start to go a little lower, you can now bring in the arms. So we're just going to swing the arms backwards and forwards as you work into your squat. Well done. Keeping the back nice and straight, feet really pushed into the floor. You can turn the toes out slightly to protect the knees if you need to. Not everything works for everyone, so you can make the adaptations and the adjustments that you need to make this workout work for you. And that goes for every single one of my workouts. Well done. Good job. Just come forward to your workspace so you have a little space behind you, and we're going to do a reverse lunge or a reverse step back. So you're just going to step back, drop down if you can, and then change sides. So reverse lunge here. Again, a little gentler on the knees than a forwards lunge. But if you are here with a longer lunge, that's absolutely fine. Next, if you are feeling good, you can twist over the bent knee. So you're going to step back, twist over the bent knee. Well done. Back, twist. But you don't have to add the twist if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. Okay, just whatever works for you. Good job. And take a little rest. Come to the edge of your workspace with some room in front of you, and we're going to do a hand walkout, or an inchworm. You may know them by both of those names. You're either going to bend the knees or keep the legs straight, and you're going to fold forwards and walk out into your full bridge or plank position. You can drop the knees here if you need to before you walk back up. Now I do have an adaptation for you, which will be on top of the screen, where you can use a raised surface if you need to, okay? Again, remember, bent knees if you want to, tip forwards, walking out, back in, heels come down, standing back up. Well done. Good job. Lovely work. One more then, and then we're gonna get into the session properly and take a rest. Really good job. Okay, I want you to grab one of your medium weights, so not your heaviest one of your medium weights, and just hold it on the end here. So you've got most of the weight hanging down. You can use a kettlebell for this as well if you want to. You're going to be bringing the feet nice and wide with the toes facing out, the weight in front, but not against your body, okay, but held into your body. And we're going to sit into the squat, and we're just going to rise up, okay? So down and up. Good. So keep your core nice and tight. Chin up, away from the chest, but keep the ears in line with the shoulders. So what we don't want to do is have the head tipping back. Okay, good. Nice work. So you want to have that weight in front, but it's not pulling you over. So this is our strength exercise. Okay, so we're going to work through strength exercise, power exercise, and then a cardio exercise. 2, 1, take a rest. Just pop the weight to the side, just for now. For our power exercise, we're gonna do some jumping jacks, some star jumps, or stepping jacks, or stepping stars, whichever you feel is right for you. So, stepping jacks to the side, arms all the way up, or halfway for the star, or if you prefer, jumping. Okay, so just working through a little bit of explosive power. You do not have to jump, okay? Either option is totally fine with me. Okay, you may be in an apartment and you can't jump. Okay, you may want to have a low impact workout and you don't want to jump. Just make every single movement count, okay? And if the shoulders don't like it up here, bring the arms to the side. That's absolutely fine. Good job. 2, 1, take a short rest. Our cardio exercise for this block is going to be an ice skater or a speed skater. So what we're going to do is bring the leg behind and the hand of the same side drops in front. Switch sides, so you go across and across. Are you ready to go? Let's do this. You've got a number of options here. So this is the middle ground option here, stepping side to side. Now remember, this is your cardio exercise, so you can push it a little. You can make it harder by jumping across, or if you want it to be a little easier, you're doing a standing skater. Okay, so just less bending. Now, it is not easy. None of these are easy, and it is all, of course, completely relative. So you do the level that is right for you on this particular day. Okay, just work hard. Good. 2, 1, take a rest. Back into that strength exercise, back into the goblet squat. Now, if you felt completely fine with your medium weight, you can go up to a heavier weight. Okay, again, holding that weight into your body but not against your body. Toes come out. Let's go. Down and up. Really taking care to lift with the glutes. Okay, so we're coming down and there is where we're lifting. So sitting down, lifting up, pushing the heels into the floor. Really good, well done. So we're aiming to build strength, okay, increase that lean muscle mass, which is hungry for energy, which helps to push your metabolism up. We're also adding in these power and cardio moves to help you to burn calories in the short term. So hopefully, take a rest. What will happen is that whilst you're processing building that muscle, building that lean muscle, and your metabolism is going to rise as you are building that muscle. Let's go for the jumping jacks in 5 seconds. And you're also having that calorie burn in the short term. Let's go. Then that is going to increase your metabolism over the course of this session, but not just this session. Okay, the benefits are long-reaching, way after this session. Remember to jump or step, whichever is right for you. Good job. Well done. And again, if you have a shoulder issue and it just doesn't feel good bringing the arms all the way up overhead today, that's fine. Just bring them halfway. Okay, just really make as much of this count as you possibly can. And take a rest. Well done. Ice skaters. One more time here, and then we're going to go through one more time for this block. Okay, so it's 3 blocks in total today, and we're nearly done with the first one. You're doing really, really well. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So over we go for the skaters. Now you can touch that foot down at the back. If you want to make it even harder, you don't touch the foot down at the back here. But remember, you have all your options, stepping and standing, as well as jumping. Good. Amazing work. Just keep true to you. You do you. Work really hard. Good job. 2, 1, take a rest. Back through one more time then, and we're gonna do that goblet squat one more time. Heavy weight if you can. If you can't, don't worry. Use what you have available to you. Feet nice and wide. Push those heels into the floor. Hold that weight. Let's go. Sit down, drive up. Down, drive up. And the reason that we don't want to hold that weight against your body is we don't want to make it part of your body weight. We want it to be a free weight. We want it to try and make its way down to the ground because that's all it wants to do. So you're using your muscles, you're using your skeleton, okay, and all of your connective tissues to keep that weight exactly where you want it to be. Good. Well done. Drive it through. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Put that weight away safely. We're going to go back into those jumping jacks, jumping stars, or stepping jacks, stepping stars, whichever one is right for you for today. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And the reason I say for today is because I know what it's like. Some days you can do it all, and some days you just can't. Whilst other days you sort of can, and then you sort of can't again. You just don't know, so just work for you for now, for exactly how you feel now, okay? And that is you really working to your effort, okay? So we're always trying to benchmark by effort rather than how fast or how far, okay? So just working nice and hard. Good. Well done. 4, 3, 2, 1. A little 20-second rest, and then we're going to go through those ice skaters one more time before we drop into our second circuit. Now, second circuit, again, we're going to see a strength exercise, we're going to see a power exercise, and we're going to see a cardio exercise, and it's going to be different again, okay? So just prepare yourself, but let's get these ice skaters out of the way first. Let's go. Across and across. Now, you don't have to reach the ground on these ice skaters, okay? I'm not actually touching the ground here. I'm not actually touching my toe because I want to keep my back nice and straight. So from the side, you can see nice straight back. If I was really reaching down to the ground, I might be bending over, and that's not what I want to do. I want to keep the chest open. I want to really work through the midsection as I'm bringing the leg behind and the hand in front. Good job. Well done. Keep it going. Last few seconds here. Take a rest. Amazing. Okay, we are going to be doing a press up next, which I know is not everybody's favorite, but luckily I've got you, and there are loads of variations that you can do. I'm going to put them all on the top of the screen for you. I'm going to show you in a modified press, which is where I think most of you will be. So onto our knees, and we're just going to try and get the chest down, press and push, press and push. So there are at least 4 different options that you can do with this press up. And we're working for 40 seconds, but if you can only do 3 or 4 quality press ups in that time, then I'm really happy with that. I would rather that than you doing 10 shoddy ones, you know? So really give me quality, give it to yourself. Well done. 2, 1, take a rest. Back up to your feet, and we're going to go through our power exercise. For this one, I'm going to take my medium weights. I'm going to rack them up to my shoulders, but they're not touching my shoulders. We're going to squat down, and as we stand, we're going to push those weights up into the air. You'll feel the power on this one. Ready? Let's go. So sit, push, reset. Sit, push, reset. So from the side, good. Down, push, reset. So it's like you're coiling all that energy into the legs, and as you come up, you're firing it into the arms. Good. Well done. Amazing work. Good job. 3, 2, 1, take a rest. Okay, cardio is next. It's a mountain climber. I've got some options for you as well for your mountain climber. I'm going to do mine onto the mat, but you can use your raised surface, or you can do a standing crunch instead if you don't want to use a raised surface. You can even use a wall, but you can see that in all the options. So let's get going, really working on driving the knee in. I'm trying to drive the knee in between my hands here. So I'm walking it through here. You can tap, tap, tap to slow it down. You can run it through, okay? All the options. This is your cardio exercise. So if you feel out of breath, you're doing the right thing. You're working hard. That's where you need to be. This exercise also builds strength into the arms. So you got a double whammy effect. Take a rest, well done. Stay in your position. Likelihood is if you're using your raised surface for your mountain climber, you're also using that for your press up. The same with the wall, the same with the floor. So stay in your position and hopefully it's the same for your press up. Otherwise, just do a quick cheeky change now and let's go. Down and up. Chest comes down, push back up. Now, I have had clients who struggle with the press up because, again, shoulder issues. So you absolutely have permission to bring those hands wider, okay, and see if that helps. For me personally, I find a wider press is more comfortable into the shoulders than a narrow press. Okay, we're just working on stability. We're working on strength here. So do what you can. Take a rest. Well done. Really good job. Picking up those weights again. So from the floor or from your raised surface back up to your feet. Let's collect those weights safely. And we're going to do a squat to overhead press. Good. And the getting down and the getting back up is all part of this workout. You ready? Let's go. Down, push. Good. So it's all part of it. I like to make my workouts as functional as possible. You know, in your day-to-day life, you're going to see movements that are overhead. You're going to see movements where you're on the floor 1 minute and you have to get back up for the next. Okay, so really try and emulate real life in these workouts if I can. And that's where you'll hear me say the word functional a lot. Good. 2, 1, take your rest. Well done. Okay, back to the mountain climber. This is the hardest exercise in this block, in my opinion, okay? You might disagree, you might find the press up harder. But for me, this one, it's a test to your mental resilience. Can you keep going when you're under duress? Let's go. Because it's hard, this one. But I have a little nugget of wisdom for you. When you're doing anything for time, any cardio for time, like this, just know the time will always tick away. You've just got to keep going. Build that mental resilience. Keep it breathing, keep on moving. You can do this. You've got this. You are absolutely worth it. Let's keep going. Good. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Take a short rest. One more time. I know it's really hard right now, but come on. Don't leave me here on my own. Come with me. Let's do another press, another squat to overhead press, and one more of those awful mountain climbers. It's okay. We're going to do it together. All right, is that a deal? Okay, let's go. Down, push, down, push. There is no shame, by the way, in changing. So if you were doing a modified press, but you now feel too tired, go onto your raised surface. That's absolutely fine. Okay, there is no problem at all with doing that. Adjust, adapt, make changes. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see you taking this workout and making it work for you. It's no good if it works for me and doesn't work for anyone else. Good. You got this. 2, 1. You are amazing. You are doing so well. Let's pick up those medium weights one more time for our squat to overhead press. Pick them up safely. Squat to pick them up. Okay. We've got 5 seconds. Let's not delay the inevitable. Let's get it done. Let's go. Down, push, re-rack. Down, push. Strong performance, well done. This is our power move. But don't be fooled, it's also strength, and it will get your heart and lungs going as well. It is cardio a little bit as well. So whilst it's defined as one thing, it's a bit of a jack of all trades. So don't worry if you feel a bit out of breath. Don't worry if you feel a bit tired. It means you're working well, you're working hard. Good. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Those weights can go away. Good. Okay. We are gonna go back into the mountain climber one more time. Yes, we are. One more time. And then we've got our final block, but that's only through the exercises twice. So you're pretty much almost there, home and dry. Let's go. Remember, every single step here is tick, 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 tick. The time is ebbing away from you. You're doing great. Well done. 20 seconds remaining. Good. Keep it going. If you need to just walk it out here, okay, if you need to slow the pace, if you need to change the effort, do it. Just keep going. 2, 1. Brilliant. Back up to your feet. Last little circuit. I'm not going to give you any extra rest here, but if you want to take it, just pause it, take the rest, and come back in, okay? We're going to go to the heavier weights, okay? This is tough. I want you to hinge at the hip, so push the bottom out, okay? Hands are in an overhand grasp. I'm going to keep my knuckles really close to my shins. Hinge at the hip, drop down, come up, and then bring the elbows up. Down, little bend in the knee, up, elbows up. So this is your deadlift to upright row. And what we're doing is we're pushing the bottom back, hinging, up, elbows up. Good. One more. Down, up, elbows up. Lose one of the weights. You're going to keep one of them. You're going to hold it into the middle. I'm using my heavy weight still. Again, we're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to hinge back, and we're going to drive up. Between the legs, push. Down, push. Power. Okay, this is your power exercise. Good. So you're not squatting, you are hinging. Okay, there is a little difference. Good. Trying to make sure that that weight doesn't go over your head. Okay, it takes a few reps to get used to it. And also because we don't do much with momentum. But here we are, using momentum as our friend. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Okay, last exercise before we go back round to that deadlift. We are going to stand in the middle of your workspace. You're going to step out into your bridge, step back in to stand, okay? Baby burpee. Are you ready? 2, 1, let's go. Down, back, in, up. Down, back, in, up. So this is building on that hand walkout that we did right at the beginning. Up, down, up. Now there is a variation, which you will have seen on the screen. Good, keep it going. But just work honestly here. Good. And finish the one you're on. Amazing work. We're going to go back into that deadlift with the upright row. You might find that the heavy weight is too heavy for the upright row, in which case go lighter. Let's get quality movement, but if you can manage for the deadlift and the upright row with the same weight, then that's brilliant. Let's go. Hinge, little bend, coming up, drive. Notice how the shoulders stay above the hips. So I'm not rounding the back. Okay, keeping the shoulders above the hips. If you imagine a diagonal line. Good. And row. Keep the weights separate as well if you can. Don't be tempted to join them together and make them one weight. We want both arms to work independently. Finish the one you're on. Take a rest. That's it. You don't have to do those again. That is it. Done. Keep hold of one of your weights. We're going to do those swingers one more time. I have to admit to really loving this exercise. It's a real good one. Really gets the endorphins going. So let's hold on to that weight, nice and wide. Bring it between the legs. Drive up. Hinge up. Hinge up. Back stays straight. Good. You can change the foot positioning. Okay, so you can go wider. You can turn the toes out if it's going into the knees a little. But really work on pushing that bottom back as you drive up. Good. 10 seconds here. Well done. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Baby burpee, finally. And then we've got a little cool down to do together. This is an entire session all wrapped up into one. You asked for it on some of my other sessions, so here it is. I have listened, I have delivered. Hope you'll agree. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step it out, back in, stand. Step it out, back in, stand. If you enjoyed this session, then check out the others in my library. I've got a few Metcon sessions, okay, metabolic sessions for you. I've also got some other sessions in this series that you might enjoy, specifically for women, especially in our later years. I'm in my 40s, so I know what I'm talking about. I've worked with many, many menopausal clients. Almost there. Take a rest. Well done. Good job. Just take a little minute, walk around. Good. Okay. So if you enjoyed this session, there are honestly so many sessions on YouTube. And if you enjoyed them and you've done all of them and you want some more, you can head over to strengthandbloom.com where you can become a member and you get 2 exclusive sessions per week. Per week. I know, it's madness. Toes are facing forwards. We're going to squat down and we're just going to push on the inside of the knees. So we're just going to push those knees out. So we're just going to open up through the hips. And we're just looking at the fingertips here as we come down, controlling that breathing. Stand. Once more. Down, push out, nose, knees. Good. You may feel a few creaks and cracks, a bit of release. Let's go one more time. Down, round. Good. And take a little rest there. 2 more exercises just in our cool down here. We're just gonna stand up. Take a really nice restorative, positive in-breath. Bring the chin down to the chest. Blow that breath out. Take away all of that negativity. Roll down. Bend the knees. Collapse down. And coming up again. Inhale. Positivity flowing through the veins. Blow out all the negativity. Back in again. Positive in-breath. Chin comes down to the chest, rolling down. bending the knees, collapsing down. Blow all of that negativity away, and then breathe in that positivity. Lovely job. Final little stretch that we're going to do, and it's one of my absolute favorites. Stand with the palms facing, and you're going to bring one elbow behind. Imagine that you're drawing a arrow back onto a bow, looking over that back elbow, back into the center, and onto the other side. Hips are facing forwards the whole time. And if by now you just want to have a sit down, feel free. You can have a little sit down. You can do this while seated. Good. Just keep breathing. Let's get that heart rate back down to normal levels. Good job. And take a rest. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed that session. Strength, power and cardio all rolled into that session to help you to reset and to boost your metabolism, which I know is something that loads and loads and loads of you want to do, and you can do it. Let's work out together. Let's stay really healthy. Let's grab our later years and let's go for it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you at the next one. Take care. Bye.